Ever wonder how the Amish manage to grow lush, healthy crops without spraying a single drop of pesticide? In a world where chemical use in farming is just business as usual, the Amish are out here doing things the old-fashioned way. And it works, surprisingly well. A way of life, not just a method. Walk onto an Amish farm early in the morning and you'll feel it instantly. The stillness, the rhythm, the purpose. There's no buzz of machines, no chemical smell in the air. Just soil, sunlight, and generations of wisdom. For the Amish, farming is more than a job. It's a sacred responsibility, one that doesn't involve a cabinet full of synthetic sprays. They don't just avoid pesticides. They never relied on them in the first place. Their great-grandparents didn't have them, so they don't want them either. They've passed down practical knowledge for dealing with pests that feels more like storytelling than instruction. No manuals, no modern apps, just what works, shared in hushed tones at the dinner table or in the field, elbow deep in the earth. Outsmarting bugs with brains, not chemicals. Crop rotation? Oh yeah, it's the Amish secret weapon, but they don't talk about it like scientists. To them, it's common sense. You don't plant corn in the same field year after year. That's asking for trouble. You switch it up, give a soil a breather, trick the pests, and it works. It's not fancy, but it's genius. One season it's corn, next it's oats or clover or alfalfa. This breaks pest cycles without ever lifting a spray bottle. Plus, the soil stays happy, rich, alive. And let's not forget, these guys respect their dirt. It's living to them. Feed the soil, they say, and the soil will feed you back. Planting with purpose and strategy. Now, here's where it gets clever. The Amish don't just toss seeds into rows and hope for the best. They're strategic. Ever heard of companion planting? That's their jam. Tomatoes love basil. Beans like corn. Marigolds? Natural bodyguards. A flower that punches above its weight in the pest-fighting world. And yes, they'll sometimes make their own sprays, garlic, cayenne, vinegar, soap. Just enough to annoy the bugs, not poison the earth. And sometimes they just get down on their knees and pick off the pest by hand. Old school? Maybe, but weirdly effective. They trust their eyes more than any drone or sensor. They don't need gadgets when they've got grit. Animals and insects join the farm crew. The Amish don't fight nature. They invite it in. Chickens roam fields, gobbling bugs like popcorn. Birds swoop in for seconds. Bats? They're on pest patrol at night. It's like a living, breathing pest control army. And it doesn't stop there. Bees hum softly through their gardens, doing pollination duty while adding balance to the ecosystem. The Amish encourage good bugs, ladybugs, lacewings, parasitic wasps. Tiny warriors with big appetites for the bad guys. The whole farm is alive. A system, not a factory. It's messy sometimes, but nature knows how to keep itself in check. You just gotta let it. Faith, dirt, and quiet rebellion. To outsiders, it might seem like the Amish are behind the times. But look a little closer. This might be the future. They believe in growing food without harming the land. No shortcuts, no greed. Their commitment isn't just practical, it's spiritual. Farming is worship. Every row they plant is a prayer. Every bug they spare, a nod to creation. They see the land as a gift, not a tool. And yeah, it's harder, slower, dirtier, but to them, it's the right way. They don't care about yield numbers on spreadsheets. They care about feeding their families clean food. Food that's earned, not engineered. Seasons tell the story, not calendars. To the Amish, time isn't measured in apps or alerts. It's felt in the air, read in the sky, watched in the way the leaves curl or the wind shifts. Their planting doesn't begin when a supplier says it's time or when data tells them conditions are ideal. It begins when the earth says so. Spring arrives, not by calendar, but by smell, the soil thaws, the birds return, the trees whisper. That's their green light. They prep the land using horse-drawn plows, turning the soil slowly, carefully. No rush, no noise, just rhythm. Their seed selection is equally intentional. Heirloom varieties passed down like family treasures. These seeds, they're survivors, adapted over generations. Stronger, resilient. They're not designed in labs. They're shaped by seasons and soil, and that makes all the difference. Rainwater, moonlight, and gut feeling. Modern farming relies on sensors and software. But the Amish? They rely on instinct. Rain barrels line the edges of barns, collecting fresh water that's later used to nourish plants during dry spells. No fancy irrigation systems, just gravity and patience. Moon phases guide some planting decisions. Yes, the moon. Laugh if you want, but many swear crops sprout better when sown under a waxing moon. It's an old belief, and the Amish aren't quick to dismiss the old ways. They might not explain the science behind it, but they'll tell you, it's worked for 200 years, so why stop now? And you know what? That gut feeling, the one you can't program into an app, it's often right. Weeds? They walk among them. Weeds are the silent enemy in any garden, but the Amish don't reach for Roundup. They walk the fields. Literally. They bend, pull, sweat. Day after day. It's not glamorous. It's hard, but works. Some families even use flame weeders, propane torches that kill weeds without touching the crops. Smart, simple tools. Nothing wasted. Mulching with straw, wood chips, or even newspaper is another layer of defense. It keeps moisture in, weeds out, and feeds the soil as it breaks down. Everything serves a purpose. Everything comes full circle. There's no trash, just compost and waiting. Kids with dirt under their nails. On an Amish farm, everyone's involved, even the little ones. They're out there, barefoot in the garden rows, tugging weeds, scattering seeds, laughing in the dust. They learn the names of plants before they can spell them. They understand the rhythm of a growing season before they've seen a smartphone. Farming is a family affair, a lifestyle, and that matters. Because when your children grow up connected to the land, they treat it with care. They know how much work goes into a tomato. They know food doesn't come from stores. It comes from sweat, from seasons, from grace. The quiet strength of doing it their way. There's something powerful in choosing the hard path. The Amish don't farm this way because it's easy. They do it because it's right for them, for the earth, for their future. No bright ads, no greenwashing labels. Just food grown with humility and intention. Their methods aren't perfect, and they wouldn't claim they are. But they're real, grounded, rooted in something deeper than profits or trends. While the world debates the next clean farming technology, the Amish are out there, dawn to dusk, already living it. Quietly, faithfully, and maybe, just maybe, we've got something to learn from that.